Well, my name is Oren O'Neill. I'm from Arkansas. You're right, I do have an NFL background, and everybody always asks me, like, how did you make that transition from an NFL player to an engineer? I was like, no, it's the other way around. I always knew I wanted to be an engineer, but coming from a small town in Arkansas, I didn't have a lot of options to go that way. I didn't have any, didn't really have the money to go to college, but I was decent in football. So I went to Arkansas State University, walked on to earn the scholarship so I get my school paid for, and turned out to be pretty good at football. And the Raiders came and drafted me in '07. And then so from there, I went to go be a steam turbine engineer for General Electric. And then that led to computer science and all that stuff like that. So I became a self-taught computer scientist. I taught myself several coding languages. I just love everything STEM and STEAM. But I'm really passionate about going back to communities similar to the ones I'm from. Not a lot of resources, there. You don't see a lot of examples of yourself doing these things that you want to do. And sometimes you don't even know these things exist. So I was like, man, I'm really passionate about this. This is a huge opportunity where the future is going. The tech space is wide open. There's so many opportunities. So we started the nonprofit in 2019, and we've been growing from there. So the whole idea is to engage and enrich the teachers program during school time, show interest, get the kids interested, right? Because a lot of times they don't know to be interested in these things. And the things we show them, but then we show them it's not as complicated as they think. They're like, oh, I really want to do this, and they want to do more, right? So then that leads us to our after school programs where we have more time to really, expound on their interest that's been piqued. It's not just the technology. We use STEM and STEAM as a vehicle to nurture these children and the prosperous human beings, right? And it's just so happen when they're done with all this technology, when we're done nurturing and building up all this technology we used to do that, now they got skills that everybody wants, right? And they got it so early that they can learn from these things and be so comfortable with it. And when they grow up, it's just no hurdles. They're just knocking everything down that they want to do. And that's our big goal. That's our big hope. I love robots, right? And technically drones are nothing but flying robots, right? The reason why I like robotics, right? Because you can hit so many what's the word I'm looking for? So many categories of education, like engineering to computer science to social emotional learning. You got to stick to things when they don't work, right? You got to build fortitude and all that stuff like that. But what's most important is, like, we're trying to teach these concepts to these kids. It's easier for them to be engaged when they see things move and things like that. Having them sitting in front of a computer learning program versus watching these drones get up and fly and do exactly what you told them, it's a whole different energy. So I was like, oh yes, we got to have DroneBlocks in. We got to keep the kids engaged, because it's not just about giving them the science and the technology. It's putting that intrinsic interest inside them, right? It's something like DroneBlocks, these drones, that'll do it, right? One thing I've learned is, teach them as a self-taught computer science and teach me all these things. One thing is hard, like, all the information in the world is out there, right? But if you don't know where to look for it, you'd be all day just spinning your wheels trying to find in the ocean of knowledge. You don't know where you're going. But what I like about the curriculum, everything is boom, laid out, packed out, like, okay, good. We're dealing with drones, right? But then going through the curriculum, I'm learning, like, these kids are going to learn how to, learn file paths, learn how to, connect and get the IDE set up. So now you're talking to computers, all these other things that'll transfer outside of drones, right? With the coding aspect like that. But it's in a fun package. It's all laid out. All the steps you need to know, video step by step is right there. And that's a big, as a self-taught computer science, that is a big help. The new ones here that you can control, stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna have this demo. I'm saying, look, we're gonna have all these flying showing demos in school, getting everybody engaged. Like, if you want to sign up, all you gotta do is, make sure you're hitting your homework, right? Listen to the teacher, and then just show up here at this time, and we're gonna get you going. Because we want to have, different clubs that, that's fun and engaging and introduce these skills, but also lead to jobs down the road sooner than later, right? So that's where we are now.